Welcome to the introductory episode of All the F Words. We'll call this one Formalities.
It's a podcast where two writer friends, that's us, nearly 30 years apart, explore everything we give an F about. I'm Gabi Moskowitz.
And I'm Joanne Green. We'll be talking about things like friendship and fighting, fatigue, fear, failure, fidelity. They all begin with the letter F. You get that part, right?
And that's just for starters. We're going to share stories, perspectives, the latest research, and most importantly, we're going to have fun. And we think you're going to have fun.
That's the idea. You know, sometimes you have a magical connection with someone. It's like your spirits are somehow linked. Your energy is compatible. You may come from completely different backgrounds, be at different life stages, but there's just something that draws you together. That is us. Nearly 30 years apart, but every time we get together, we find there is never enough time to cover every topic we want to discuss.
So we decided to limit ourselves just to the F words. Firstly, because once we started brainstorming, we couldn't believe how many F words we wanted to talk about. And second, because we're two people who, more than anything, give all the Fs.
We care way too much.
Joanne, tell me 3 things about yourself that you think people should know up front.
All right, we'll start at the beginning. I grew up in Brookline, Massachusetts. I studied theater and media at Northwestern and Emerson. And I've lived in the Bay Area since 1975. That all counts as one thing, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, then I met my husband, Fred, working in rock and roll radio in the 70s in San Francisco. We've raised 2 sons and many dogs. And finally now, I'm writing a memoir called By Accident. Okay, Gabi, your turn. Tell me 3 things.
Okay, so I'm a writer who has, for most of my career, written about food. I've written 4 cookbooks and even produced a TV show loosely based on my life called Young and Hungry. It was on Freeform for 5 years.
Very impressive.
I met my husband, Evan, almost 10 years ago, and we have 2 daughters, ages 3 and 7 months. And I'm working on my 5th book right now, which is a novel.
Because this episode is just the formalities and a little hint of what's to come, I'm going to resist the urge to ask what your novel is about, but promise you will share later.
Oh, we'll get into it.
Absolutely. Meantime, if you want to get in touch, drop us a line. We have an email address, Gabi and Joanne, GABIANDJOANNE @gmail.com.
So look out for the first full episode of All the F Words, in which we're going to focus on friendship?
We could focus on focus.
Focus would be good. Maybe fatigue?
How about fear?
Maybe flying?
Fidelity.
Well, we'll figure it out. So please join us.
You'll find All the F Words anywhere you get your podcasts.